Please give me sunlight. But not today. Not today, buddies. Well, Jakiro is going to be that last pick, like we said. And I got to say, Jakiro. That's a great one. I like their lineup. I think that Liquid's lineup is very single-minded and focused on like just winning this game early on. We got a long day ahead of us. In the chat as the game was getting started, Kuroki was spamming GGGGGs and like get the game going. So they just want to get it underway.
After all these years, man, Kuro, he still wants to play. Like, let's get into the game. I just want to play some good dotes. That's it. Gotta respect the man.
And the Fiver Wind Ranger starting out early on with this Orb of Venom. We've seen it so many times before, comboed together with a Slardar, more often than not in pubs than in professional games. How do you feel like this lane is going to deal against the Undying? Because Undying is known as just like a lane dominator.
They're going to switch the lanes. They don't want to have... I mean, that's a safe lane Templar Assassin. So ideally, they want to have Jakiro against the T8. That's why they picked it, because of the liquid fire and dual breath. It's overtime damage, so you don't really feel refraction at all.
Right.
It just burns through the refraction. So, and they have Wind Ranger, and if they put it that way, then they need to have Slardar on the mid against the Dead Prophet, which is not that good.
Well, the other thing that's a little bit unfortunate about this, I think, is that you look at the early wards that have been placed down, and nobody's seen anything yet, but they brought the Warlock out to mid first, so they're not going to be able to get a ward to see this TA early on, whereas, you know, the Undying might see what his lane matchup is going to be right at the start of this. So we'll see if there's going to be any more lane swapping going on, or maybe this is the type of lane setup that they want.
If you pair up anything with Undying, you have a strong lane. Before, Undying was just a hero that could not scale. Maybe before, when he had GPM talent, he was really cool. You just needed to get into level 10 and he was fine. He doesn't have it anymore. But with the recent patch changes, Undying just fits the gameplay.
What does this mean? You can't put Pasiba in pocket, you know? The hell is that? Do you see what G said?
Yeah, I'm not sure what Pasiba is. I know that Pasiba means thank you in Russian. But
yeah. Nonetheless, a couple stuns going out there. Able to secure themselves a couple of runes on Team Spirit, but it's a trade-off for the other side of it. And Illidan will be able to make his escape also.
Oh, FNG smoked. He wants to snipe the courier.
Oh, this would be huge if they could get it.
This is a play that works a lot of time. You don't expect it, because he's not an invis hero, and pretty much mid always uses something, brings the flash to the mid, so this is a huge chunk of gold for them.
Yeah, and also obviously denying that from a Tumbleman, so G can trade so much more effectively too. Well, could be a pretty defining thing.
Look at the harassment already on the top lane. They're playing really aggressive Viper with Orb of Venom and level 1 power shot, 180 damage. That's one of the strongest spells, level 1, besides, let's say, Disruptor and the Warlock's heal.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about, the Team Spirit lineup. I mean, they've got Kuro here that's constantly getting these multiple man decays, but it's still just a lot of harassment leveled out on him, and he's going to be able to force back Viper a little bit here, trading punches consistently, and maybe going to get power shot as well. But
oh, look at Viper's HP, 290.
Oh my god. Doesn't matter if you don't get punched, I guess. But he keeps on running them down. So this is going to be a very intense lane. What about these other ones? How do you see them working out?
Bottom lane, they have a really aggressive lane, Beastmaster and Lion. A lot of kill potential. Slark can't get out. He didn't even skill pounce, because they don't think they can kill anything on the bottom lane. He just needs to keep getting healed by Warlock, and Warlock needs to pull to get something out of this. Beastmaster on top of CS chart, 12 CS already. This is going to be a tough lane for Team Spirit.
Definitely. You never really pick Slark to do well in the laning stage by any stretch of the imagination, but you at least expect him to be able to get something. And this is where the Warlock comes into play. You can get the heals out there, make sure that he's keeping regen going, and does need to be careful as they just keep that pressure on him. Man, tough time for Illidan.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy lane, as we already talked about. Once the Beastmaster gets his Soul Ring, they can just keep spamming the spells. Let's focus on the top lane. Wind Ranger, 250 HP. Okay, so this is the problem with Undying. If you don't get anything, once you hit level 2, let's say, you lower their HP and try to get a kill with the Soul Rip. But you're laning with the Templar Assassin, which does not have a killing potential at all, unless they overextend.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing to keep in mind here is that these lanes aren't very mobile, whereas you look in mid, Matumbaman had to walk all the way back out to base, so he is currently a level behind G. So all in all, things going pretty well for Spirit in spite of the early gold lead going into the favor of Liquid.
Yes, I love Jakiro mid. His spells are so strong, like the harassment coming out once. It's probably just gonna be in 303 build at one point, maybe later he can get 1 point in the ice pad, but both of the supports not that good at roaming. Wind Ranger can rotate with the Wind Run and level 2 Power Shot, of course, plus with Orb of Venom, they have a good kill potential.
Okay. I'll see something
But
to watch
Warlock
for.
is not gonna rotate, yes.
Oh, Miracle though, up here top. He needs to be careful. There's another power shot available for this, and right now, oh, the dodge! I don't know if that was a dodge or a miss, but it doesn't matter as Miracle is still gonna go down.
First blood. The Wind Ranger gets there first.
Yeah, I thought they're gonna pair up differently, but they're winning the bottom lane. There's not gonna be any kind of stacks because of the dual static lanes, so that's gonna be a little bit of a problem for a TA.
Yeah, already not a great start for her, but getting that even further hampered, like you said, because of the lack of stacks and constant pressure going on there. And I guess the other thing, though, is that I guess maybe a little bit easier for TA to catch up in the mid game than it is the Slark, even if there aren't stacks, because you can farm more quickly. Would you agree with that or no?
I mean, TA still flash farms. She just needs level, but she's not getting those from dual laning. She needs solo XP.
Illidan pounces away again, and they're just gonna heal up. Still no kills in either of these lanes since that initial bluster that went on up in the top lane, as Kuro's gonna try and go for a pull himself. And TA again, Crush, he's pretty far out here. Needs to be careful. They don't have enough for a power shot yet, but he does have a mango if they want to use it. Just gonna hold off for now and force back to TA.
Money changes hands. Death tax.
Oh, the harassment on the mid lane from G. Liquid picked up 3 runes against the 1. And man, those banter runes feel so juicy right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kuro? He's gonna get decayed, but power shot and both kills so far going out of Biver on this Wind Ranger, and they're just gonna shrine up his 3. Feel very comfortable with themselves. They also hit the scan on GH. They know that he was rotating around. Everything so far looking pretty good for Spirit, as they're also going to find a pounce here up top onto Mind Control. They're going to throw out the Fatal Bonds. A lot of damage onto him, but Illidan is also dropping low. Another round of axes. He needs to back away from this. He needs to be careful. The turnaround Dark Pack, he barely missed the bar. The board took him down. Oh no, and Warlock also going to get ran up by GH. He should be fine. I guess you still take that?
I mean, you know, hero is low when he dies to level 1 boar. It practically deals no damage. So there's the rotation on the mid lane. Biver picked up Arcane Rune, has 1 point in Shackle Shot. Death Prophet has no mana whatsoever. Clarity is running 3 points in Spirit Siphon. There's the 303 build. A lot of slow potential.
Oh. Biver just caught sight of the courier there and was able to get a pot shot off, which does reveal his positioning. And instead, just going to throw out a couple of stuns. Actually moving in now. The Shackle not quite going to land, but all the right-click damage. It's going to almost be enough. Power shot, he misses again! Matumbaman able to turn that back around. Can he find this kill on Matumbaman with the Drain coming in? Does have a Fairy Fire, living through the first initial fudge, and woo, 7 HP.
Structures are fortified.
He was trying to play around the AoE of the Spirit Siphon. If that Prophet didn't catch the Spirit Siphon off, she would die just right there.
Good play there from Matumbaman, and Well, now again, they're going to go up top. They find the shackle onto TA and going to deal a good bit of damage. They will have another power shot in 8 seconds. Don't know if that's going to be soon enough as the tombstone drops down. It is only a level 1 tombstone, so Viver might think about staying to kill that one off, and it looks like indeed they will. Nifty play there from Miracle.
Yeah, Kuro denies it.
Oh, well done. Shackle onto both of them again. Phobos did have another stun, but they're not going for it yet. Stick charges are available, so they can go for a kill here on a Miracle with power shot, but not going to do it.
They need to bring some kind of a region or go back and region up on the top lane so they can keep playing aggressive with this Wind Ranger and Slardar.
Miracle's doing a good job of playing around with these denies to get damage even through Wind Run. It's a really cool play, but the end, just going to back up, salve, and be fine.
Yeah, TA is going to hit level 6 right now, so they're going to have traps. Already one sentry prepared from Team Spirit.
Laid down, but there is a sentry ward here, as you said, so they're going to be able to take those ones away as soon as they step up. Worth noting, too, that with all the kerfuffle going on mid, the tower is now down to just about 300 HP, so G's going to be able to secure that one very shortly.
Sorry, what's that word again? Kerfuffle?
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, what does that even mean?
It means bad things all around. Oh, Miracle. Getting feisty here with Phobos. Almost going for it. Shackle, not going to land.
They want to deny. Oh, they can't deny the tower. That would be a huge chunk of gold denied. G used Liquid Fire one more time. It's going to be worth it still. He got the tower, 3-man rotation, Exorcism popped. They're not going to pressure the tower with it. His tower is standing at full HP 9 minutes in against the Death Roth, which is pretty insane. That's what Jakiro does.
Yeah.
I love the build. Also, phase boots, 404 build. So maximum slow, maximum damage output at this point.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. And like you said, that Exorcism used as well to basically no damage on the tower. It looked like they're going to try and go into Miracle again. It's kind of interesting the way that this has worked out. It's kind of turned into Wind Ranger becoming more and more impactful. Another Shackle there, the power shot, waiting for it as they're going to try and hit him. But with G in the area, that's going to be more than enough. Almost there, Soul Rip. Still taking damage. They didn't quite hit that one there. And in the meantime, GH ends up taking down Illidan. They're still chasing, no level 6 yet on the Wind Ranger, but a good bit of damage and another Shackle. It manages to land. GH going ham down bottom. Manages to find both of those kills. The Tombstone drops, and G takes down another. Miracle's chasing here with Matama Man moving in. They're going to be able to find themselves another kill. This is 4 dying for Team Spirit, and maybe even a 5th as well, as all of them are getting ran down.
They're overextending. Bottom lane, as we already discussed, it's super aggressive. Beastmaster hit level 6. Also, Lion hit level 6 after that kill. So he's level 7 right now with the Tome. Oh my god.
Yes.
This is what happens when you have these dual lanes. Supports are gonna be high leveled. Especially if they look at Slark level. He's same level as the Lion at this point.
Yeah. That feels pretty terrible. Top lane again, they're going to go on a Miracle. They find the Crush, but with the rotations coming in, I don't know if they can afford to go for this. And in fact, this is going to be a backup. So getting a little bit too big for their britches. And with this Beastmaster, mind control just constantly keeping the pressure on, this is going to maybe be a tier 1 tower dropping fairly low. Oh, I like this play, the Fortify to keep the range creep alive, and then the rest of the creep wave comes in as well. So they will be able to get this tower.
Yeah, Beastmaster is slowly getting out of control already. On top of CS chart, level 7, phase boots plus a medallion finished. This is a really, really fast lineup from Team Liquid. Exorcism popped. They want to get another kill on G.
Yeah, and they're doing it rather rapidly as well. There's a creep wave coming in that's going to be able to keep him alive for the moment as Phobos threatening but not fully committing for GH, and G just willing to stick around and get whatever little bits of damage that he possibly can. Bottom lane, the battle continuing. They've got mind control in their sights. He does have Roar available. Need to be careful. The turnaround is going to be there. With the Tombstone already down, the TP away. Mind control escapes, and Kuro going to be shackled as they take down the Tombstone, and now going to probably take down the Undying. Yeah, he will fall as well.
They don't have too much control at this point on side of Team Spirit. They need... Okay, the Warlock just hit level 6, so that's a big ulti cooldown that they have. Everything else is pretty much low cooldown and they can keep fighting all the time. They just need a couple more levels in Shackle Shot, and they need... I'm not gonna say a couple more because he doesn't have any at this point. They need Ice Path levels as well.
Yeah. It's great for the laning stage keeping pressure on, but
yes,
after that you need it for the team fights. And well, he is gonna be able to finish off this tower, but the wraparound is coming. Roar not off cooldown, but with the axes looking for their opening. GH is gonna be there in just a second, and well, with the rest of the team showing up, they might be able to turn this back around. Instead, they drop down the Warlock ulti. They found GH in Mind Control, and now going to do a good bit of damage. Shackle is going to be there. Mind Control, no Roar, as we said. Power shot through, Macro Pyre down, done and dusted.
Radiant's middle tower.
wow, the amount of overtime damage. Look at that. Level 3 Shadow Ward plus a Fatal Bonds. Combine Fatal Bonds with power shot damage and any damage coming out from Jakiro. He even went for the Spell Amp talent, which you usually don't see, mostly because Jakiro is played as a position 4/5, so you're gonna have that XP talent and get himself closer to the GPM talent. Jakiro is one of the better scaling position 4/5 heroes, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, Golem's coming in, and they are going to kill off that Warlock, but also going to lose the Lion. Just a couple punches and a power shot, and he's done. So that Golem is going to die. Meanwhile, the retreat from Team Spirit, there won't be any real form of chase coming out. So 9-9 in a very active and action-packed game number 1.
Slark needs a couple of more minutes to get his Shadow Blade up, and then he can play with his team. With the next rock, which is going to be in a minute and a half, they're going to be a huge fight, I assume. A lot of damage coming out from Team Spirit already. They need the Blink Dagger on the Slardar. That's their control hero. And also they have an insane Roche lineup, both of them do.
Oh, good.
Slark, Bounce, manages to get
the
away.
Tombstone dropped on the high ground. He does not have a shrine right now, and is going to run away. That was very close. Roar from Fog, and he manages to get away.
I love those little things that happens in Dota. Let's say you see more Slarks having sentry wards.
Yeah.
Supports buy sentry wards for them, so they can just devord by themselves and get the XP and the gold, so you don't have to wait for anyone to deny it. You just get the whole...
Well, that'll happen. They have a ward up there. They just blow him up.
Yeah, so that Prophet's Arcane Rune was just running out, so he was not hesitating to use the Exorcism. Deso ready on the Templar Assassin. They might go for Roche.
They're thinking about it, although Matumba Man looks like he wants to get in their face anyways, and backing out again, try and get some pressure onto DK Phobos. Is going to have to jump away now. He has his Blink Dagger done, so another strong timing coming in from Team Spirit here, since the Shadow Blade is about to be complete, actually already done for Illidan with the Blink Dagger there as well. He's going to look here towards Mind Control and gets the Pounce. The Dark Pact already out. Needed a little bit of help there as well from the creeps. That was a nice try, roaring the creeps, but didn't work.
Hellbear Smasher, helping with the Thunderclap. Just some extra slow and the damage on the Beastmaster. Well, who's the Beastmaster right now, huh?
Oh, true enough, man. Oh, and Kuro breaks the smoke, keeps on walking. Warlock ulti. They just find themselves the TA while Phobos kills off GH on the other side. Miracle trying to get towards the shrine and seeing if backup can get here as well. They drop the tombstone. They're not going to be able to find the Shackle Lance, but so much damage. And the Ice Path connected as well. Can they kill off Miracle? He's walking away from this and trying to find it out of there. The Shadow Word might be enough to kill him off, but no, it's not going to happen. So they drop the Warlock ulti and can't even kill off the TA.
That's the power of Undying. 1 point in Soul Rip. Just enough to keep him alive, plus a Tombstone. Look at all the summons that they have. You're fighting against Tombstone, you have Beastmaster creeps, you have DP's ulti, which is kind of untargetable.
Right.
So there's the stuff that you can focus, and there's the stuff that you need to focus, and those are not heroes.
Yeah, and it increases the value so much of like the Solar Crest on Beastmaster, for instance.
Yes.
Like all those little tombstone zombies running around the
Radiant
place.
are scanning.
But nonetheless, it is 11-11 in a game that's been very tightly contested. No more than a 3,000 gold lead at any point in this game, and right about even on experience as well. Are we going to see somebody move towards Roche? It feels like both teams can take it.
And both teams can take it so quickly. I love what Slaughter has queued up. DK Phobos, he loves to play Axe, always goes for that Crimson Guard. I love how Crimson Guard was in a state where it's such a shitty item, no one wants to buy it besides, let's say, an Underlord, to, wow, this item is so good that nothing changed.
Right.
There's the Roche.
Yeah, and that happens in an instant. They know that they can go in there. Warlock ulti's still on cooldown, and they power shot in just to show them that they're there, but nothing really taken either. So here's a bit of a question. Is this a game where eventually Slark is just going to take over and win them it if they get to that stage? Or do you think that Team Liquid can still take this late game? As G is probably going to go down here.
Kind of in a bad spot. How many deaths does he have? 4 deaths. You were talking about scaling lineup from Team Liquid. Their heroes scale well. I talked about DA when she goes to the super late game, but they want to close this game quickly, from what I see. Of course, Slark, always hard to play. Oh,
they missed the pounce.
Again, sorry.
That would have been really nice if they could have found that one, but not going to be there. And Illidan just going to TP away now.
So annoying to play Slark against the Lion before you get to BKB. His next item is going to be a BKB. Pretty standard. Shadow Blade, Echo Saber.
Oh, and they're sticking around here. The blink forward from GH, able to find one, doesn't get the second one there with the Impale. They're pump faking the Warlock ulti, thinking about dropping it now. If they want to go for it, they can. But it's just keeping them back for the moment. Illidan looking for his target. Can they find it? FNG gets off the ulti. They blow up Miracle. That's Aegis already down. Trying to take down people on the backlines, but it's not happening from Illidan. G turns it back around again here. They're seeing if they can focus down any of these heroes, but it's not really happening. And Warlock ends up getting, or rather, the DP ends up getting the kill on the Slark. So 2 for 1 so far. Not worth it at all for Team Spirit. And jump forward, Shackle, gonna land. That keeps him alive for the moment. The turnaround might be enough. No, it's not gonna happen though. They already lose one. Miracle also just laying into DK Phobos. They're trying to kill him off here. Viber, can they get the kill? They do finish him off somehow. This Wind Ranger makes it happen. And now the Shackle onto the secondary creep as well. Here's another power shot here in a second. If they want to finish him off, can they do it? Fatal Bonds is not used until after the power shot. And now FNG needing to run away. Oh, if he should have shadow worded afterwards, it might have been good, but nonetheless, it's still a disaster and a half for Team Spirit.
Yeah, they were trying to take a fight, which they kind of couldn't take against the Aegis. Again, Slark died from DP ulti, so he was not in that fight. Oh, other than got a good pick off. It's a lot of gold for him, 450, 450, as they like to call it.
But at the same time, if the Undying is giving you 450, how did he give him so much gold? Is killing spree? He's the second lowest net worth in the game.
I don't know. Sometimes it feels so weird how much position 5 hero. I mean, they're 4k gold ahead, and it doesn't work like that anymore. It's just your solo net worth. Undying has boots and has enough gold to buy mana boots. That's pretty much what he has. He's level 12 as well. Maybe that's why he's high leveled.
Okay. Weird stuff.
Sometimes it just feels it's way too much gold.
Yeah. Fiverr moving in, but they're sitting on top of a ward, and Miracle does have a blink if he wants to jump forward. Silence there, brought down so quickly. The Macro Pyre on top of both of them, though. It's not staying on long enough. The damage over time, it might be there. Miracle burning through the refraction charges as well. They need to kill these heroes off. It would be such a boon for them. Meanwhile, Slark is also wrapping around. If they can manage to connect here with the rest of his team, the jump forward Miracle able to dodge away. He's living through this one. He gets the blink out, but now the Slark chasing him down. Can they finish him off? He needs to be careful of the dust. The turnaround, they have a roar if they want to use it as well.
They need to back.
The chase, they need to get the hell out of here. Warlock ulti, 14 seconds. If they can wait out that long, there might be an opportunity for them, but they're just going to TP back and away.
The amount of the damage from Team Spirit Fatal Bonds plus Dual Breath, Macro Pyre, Power Shot. We still didn't see it fully used, but it's really, really strong. Also, they didn't connect their spells on Templar Assassin. He did not die. Also, Miracle going for ham build. He's going all in, but he needs a BKB against all this overtime damage.
Yeah.
He's going for an MKB just so he can blow up the Wind Ranger, which is causing a lot of problems. But that's a position for Wind Ranger.
Right. I mean, that's the thing that's so ridiculous about this hero sometimes, is that we saw in that other fight, like, you just have to have an answer for her, because otherwise she will kill you guys off. And Miracle now, bounce. Oh, he gets the jump away, though. Meanwhile, mid lane, while all that was going on, they're able to find the shackle, and DP just going to drop. Illidan chases, gets the latch onto Kuro as well. He's down also.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is Slark with Cane Rune. He can keep doing that. This is a dead Miracle.
Oh my god, they're just falling apart right now. One after the other. Cores, supports, it doesn't matter. They're all dying.
They're gonna threaten the high ground. They have Golem and they have a Liquid Fire. Jakiro with the Blink Dagger and 3 points in the Ice Pad can position himself well. Still no pipe on the side of Team Liquid, and there's no BKB on a TA, which is a huge problem.
Yeah, and there's no TA either. She's dead for 30 more seconds also. So they need to make something big happen. The Warlock ulti, it drops him onto both of them right at the start. He's gone. No Lion for 40 seconds, so even when TA and DP are back up, that control that they need for the Slark isn't going to be there either.
Glyph used. They're gonna take the tower and maybe try to get something else out of it.
We talked about
they feel strong.
Yeah. We talked about the liquid slump that we saw before, and now it's feeling like it's continuing on from the previous event as well. They do drop the tombstone here. Slark needing to be careful. He's still silenced throughout this duration, and, well, he's going to be able to get the pounce out. But nonetheless, everybody escapes, and Warlock ulti not able to finish that melee barracks.
The melee barracks got so many buffs.
Yeah.
The HP region. Maybe even some armor, not sure about that. So 2000 HP against the 1.2k on the ranged one, and 6 less armor. So when you're going for a melee racks, you need to have good grades in math in the primary school if you want to do it. In this kind of scenario. Beastmaster picked up the gem, so they want to get rid of the vision and they want to see Slark. Slaughter picked up a Vanguard, almost full Crimson Guard. Let's mitigate a ton of the damage.
That's exactly what they need to do as well. Like, this is feeling like... I mean, to be honest, though, it really feels like pipe is the answer that they need, right?
Money changes hands.
Like, so much
more.
more...
Yeah, but Undying can't really farm it. Lion is not a hero that wants to go for it.
Yeah. I guess that's true. You think that's even better? Like, I don't know. It's so tough right now.
Oh, they're gonna find TA.
Oh, God.
That's a no buyback TA. She bought the full MKB.
Oh, wow.
This is definitely a Rax on mid. They don't have the rock, but they should know that TA does not have a buyback. I mean, MKB is such a costly item.
Well, and the other thing about this, at least in Liquid's favor, is that there aren't any other tier 2 towers that are down yet to jump for. They just try and blow him up, but she gets away! The fatal bots! They're all dying! Can they kill all these heroes off? They're beating into Kuro. He is about to go down. Mind Control also in trouble! They are all freaking dead! DK almost living for the moment. They have the Ghost Scepter there as well. They want to take down Matumba Man. Is he going to be able to find his way out of here as well? He feels like he can stay strong in this, and it looks like indeed that's going to be the case. DP manages to hold the line for the moment, but my God, it might not happen. They find themselves yet another, and the jump forward. They find the kill onto Kuro. Mind Control. This is going to be a dieback for him as well. They're all dead, and with the ghosts coming back,
they're going to find the DP.
Oh no. Jump forward, Crush is there, they got everything, the whole freaking kitchen sink. Screw the barracks, go for tier 4s if you want. No, they're not going to do that. They're not crazy. They're going to take this lane of barracks though.
Slark has 33 stacks of Essence Shift. Well, that was a huge 4-step play from Viber there. The way they started the fight, Beastmaster Roar onto Jakiro, but Jakiro already turned backwards so he could get 4-step. Really nice team play there.
I mean,
DA needs BKB desperately.
well, and look at how poor she is too. That's the other thing that's crazy about this.
And Roche just spawned. This is the lowest Roche spawn they could get. This Roche is just dead. They can't really contest it. So it's gonna be a Slark with the gem, BKB, and Aegis.
Well, from bad to worse to terrible, this game has completely fallen out of the control of Liquid. And I mean, it's a signal of how fast that this has all happened, that Team Spirit haven't even felt the need to go back for shrines or anything else. They've just been able to keep this ball rolling. And this is the type of lineup that Liquid wanted to play. They wanted to be the ones going fast.
Yeah, but Team Spirit also has a lineup that can snowball easily. Suddenly, Windranger is a damage dealer. She has Maelstrom, and combine that with the minus armor from the Slaughter. Slada. I love how he doesn't even say he doesn't even say R when he pronounces his own name.
Hey man, mispronouncing names is a key thing in the Dota 2 lore. It's how we do things. We had to have Aegis spelled out for us, for goodness sake. All right, 28 minutes in, 7,000 net worth lead. Liquid feeling shell-shocked at this point, and now they're going to smoke up. Want to try and make a defensive play for their tier 2 towers.
Under attack.
But it's an Aegis Slark with a BKB. How do you get on this guy?
Yeah, you can't kill him. There's a rock. Look at the positioning from Team Spirit. Also, G has Eon Disc, so that means that they can't blow him up like they wanted to do in the previous fight.
Well, G8's watching forward. He does have a Hex, obviously, as well as Finger of Death, and looking for that opening. Drops down a ward. They have good vision here, but the ward is getting taken out just inside of range there of that, well, gem, and DP ulti pop the rock to turn it yet again. Fatal Bonds on to 4. This is a problem and a half, as they're just going to blow up Matumbaman. He does get that Yule Scepter off just barely, but can he really live through all of this damage? They decided to go Mind Control instead, which means all these ghosts are doing some work. Windranger is dead. They're not focusing the DP, but now they can turn it back around with the Aegis wearing off Miracle, and the two of them left to live, but not for much longer. Miracle also going to go down here. 5 dead for only the Windranger. Easy peasy for Team Spirit.
They needed to focus that Windranger. They got the Aegis away from the Slark, but that's pretty much it. 2 buybacks. DP has a buyback, but she does not have an ultimate, so they have no tool to fight with. Beastmaster, no buyback as well. This Crimson Guard, man, such a good item. You can build it on a safe lane hero, off lane hero. I didn't see any mid Crimson Guards, but that item is so good. Like, you're literally not taking damage for 12 seconds. That's how good it is.
Yeah. Oh, they found themselves another. GH jumped upon Soul Rip. Not going to be enough to keep this guy alive. And as you said, Matumbaman is here, but no ulti. Miracle trying to get on top of this Warlock, but he has a Ghost Scepter. He's living through this one. Chase forward for more. The Macro Pirate's down. The Ice Path is down as well. They are evaporating. Kuro is going to drop down as well. The Tombstone's gone.
That's a game.
Pack it up. This one's over. It's over. GG.
Woo! Man, the Fatal Bonds, I just love Warlock as a hero. You need an offlaner who provides you with control. So Axe, Slaughter, something with the reliable stun. And they also have a Windranger, so ton of the magical damage. No pipe on the side of Team Liquid, and I gotta give credit to Team Spirit. Also, I don't think we're gonna see Slark in game number 2, man. And whenever I see Team Spirit, they just have Slark. So
I mean, that's
yeah,
the thing that's crazy.
Illidan plays it so well, and I gotta say, Illidan is not doing Illidan mistakes anymore. He improved so much in the past 6 months. I gotta say, I've been following him, and he doesn't do. Before, he was known for throwing games, being at the weird places. He still does that from time to time, but it's not that often as before.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody, the person that felt like they got caught out a couple of times out of position and, you know, in a bad spot was Miracle. And again, like you were saying, you can understand that choice of wanting to go for MKB to deal with the Windranger, but the way that Team Spirit played it, they just didn't stand a chance at that point, and he just got blown up too many times. So really, really solid performance from Team Spirit. Going into game number 2, I mean, are they going to 2-0 Liquid to start the freaking groups?
I told you that this series is gonna be interesting. Team Spirit kind of still as an underdog, but doesn't feel like it anymore.
Yeah.
Seems like this patch favors them a lot.
Yeah, I think so too. And it feels like it's, you know, you get a little bit crazy with things going on. You can take advantage of like these heroes or these players that are like incredibly high skilled and you know, get them some extra farm. As you mentioned, the FNG Warlock, it felt like the whole draft was just very well designed from Team Spirit around what they